Guys, what's up? It's Pusher Sword. Today we're reviewing episode 103 of Dragon Ball Super, so let's get right into it. Now before I actually do start, I want to say sorry that I did not review episode 102 of Dragon Ball Super. I just didn't have enough time and didn't get around to it. But I guess I'll quickly review it, and if you don't want to see that, that's fine. I'll put a little timestamp to where it starts. This will be a super short review for 102, but I liked 102 a lot. I thought it was very cool, and part of it I didn't understand because I've never watched Sailor Moon or anything, but I thought it was cool that like 17 was the one to interrupt their transformation, and then he got yelled at by Topo, and even Goku didn't really agree with it. I liked it a lot, and I liked the fight scenes. I thought the animation was really good. I really like 17 as a character in Dragon Ball Super a lot more now recently because of that episode. Now, let's get into episode 103. See, that only took like a minute since it's only a short review, not going in really depth. But let's get started with this. We start off the episode with, I forget what her name is, Ribrianne, something like that. Big girl facing off against 17, basically mad at him taking out the other girl. It seems that like 17 is playing around with her, saying that he is evil, and in order for her to protect her universe, she has to take out him, all that stuff. They end up start fighting and crashing and everything. I thought the fight looked very cool. The animation in this episode, pretty much the majority of it without, like, there's some keyframes that are kind of iffy, but they're still really, really good. We cut over to Goku and the other girl fighting, where she's just firing a whole bunch of ki blasts at him, and Goku's starting to get pushed back a little bit. It seriously does seem that 17 is playing around with the girl, because eventually the girl starts doing like her whole like Hell Zone grenade kind of thing, and then she fires him at Goku, but instead of Goku getting hurt or anything, 17 was able to pay attention a little bit and save Goku with his energy barrier. Which really shows that 17 is a lot stronger than people think, and that he's really just playing around with everybody. And like, I really want to see 17's true strength, because he seems like he hasn't been taking anything like super seriously just yet, because he seems just fine with everything. And Goku says that he's starting to figure out the other girl's moves, and he's able to dodge her attacks. And he eventually cut her off and ended up blasting her. She wasn't out of the ring, but she was towards the edge, and Goku starts walking towards her. And then the other girl comes over saying she's her, she says no, and then 17 comes over, still playing his role, saying to just jump off so it would be less of a hassle. Before Goku and them could knock him off, the Universe 2 Yard Rat comes over and uses instant transmission to get him out of there. I think this is the first time that Goku's mentioned him using instant transmission, and even 17 said it before Goku did. Champa starts yelling at Beer, saying that Goku isn't the one he should only be worrying about. Seeing Batamo walk over to Gohan and Piccolo, we're saying that Gohan's got this. So Gohan goes over to him. Gohan doesn't know the whole, Piccolo doesn't think Gohan knows about Batamo being able to absorb attacks, which is really just OP if you think about it, because Batamo can just... The only way he can lose is by being in a ring and getting thrown out. If he was an actual enemy that had nothing to do with the ring, I don't know how exactly they would beat him. Have to make like some super powerful attack or something, or do something where his absorbing hits isn't effective. Goku walks over, seeing Gohan wanting to see the fight, and Gohan actually figures something out where if he hits him enough, he'll start lifting him up off the ground, and he starts pushing him back towards the edge of the rink. Batamo starts firing blasts at him, trying to get him away, which a lot of people have been wondering, and I kind of wondered during the episode why he didn't just use his hands trying to knock him over, but whatever. Gohan eventually knocks him out with the Kamehameha, and Batamo starts firing at him. Elder Kai is saying he needs to let his guards down, but he actually like uses a little like pretty much Heat Blast cannon from Xenoverse and blocks the attack. and that is Universe 6's first fighter out, and I'm pretty sure that every single universe has at least one fighter out now. Universe 6 is the last. After seeing the fight, Goku leaves, and then the last two fighters of Universe 10 come over to Gohan, Piccolo, Robolt, and somebody else. I forget. Robolt is the red guy, I think, and the green guy is the one who's gonna fight Gohan, and then the red one is going to be fighting Piccolo. Universe 10 warriors realize that they are the only two left, so they are like the most likely to be knocked off, to be destroyed, I mean, because they have the least amount of fighters in the ring. Only two is a massive disadvantage. They start preparing to fight. They look at each other. Guy goes after Piccolo and knocks him over, and then we focus on Gohan and the green guy fighting, where it seems like they're pretty even and they're still destroying many parts of the ring. Which, what's what I really like about this tournament is the tournament stage is getting destroyed from all these fights. We see the Universe 10 guy start using this technique where it seems like almost as he like splits himself and has like different colors in each one, and what he's doing is like splitting up his ki so Gohan can't sense it, because he's trying to do that naturally. Whis is the one that mentions what he's doing by shifting his ki so Gohan can't sense it, because Gohan is doing it naturally, like I said. Piccolo and the red guy are fighting, and this is the part where the animation is kind of like a little iffy, but it's still way better than how it was before. You can still tell who it is and doesn't look that bad. Piccolo actually uses his actual Hellzone grenade, which people have tried to use many times during this tournament. Piccolo ends up knocking him out and knocks him out of the ring, leaving green guy as the last fighter for Universe 10. Gohan and the other guys start fighting more, and we see that Gohan's having a huge disadvantage where it seems like this guy could actually win. Gohan decides to go to his ultimate form, got the bang. They start fighting, and Gohan starts to realize something, is that when he hits, he starts like coming back to his real self right at the when he hits the enemy, so Gohan can use that as a counterattack. So that's what he's doing, but the only problem with that, which Whis mentions, is that he's taking damage, which I don't know if that will have any effect later in the tournament, seeing that the tournament after the end of this episode says it's only been 13 minutes past, so I don't know if that'll affect later, or it won't really matter, I don't know. The green guy seems very relatable to Gohan, saying that he is like a family he has to protect back in Universe 10, which picks up that relationship later. Gohan goes in the sky, using Kamehameha, fires it at him, and that's what utterly takes him out. And you see something fall off of him after that. We'll get to that in a second. But that was the last Universe 10 warrior, meaning that the Universe 10 will be destroyed, which they are, and they seem like very sad and very just disappointed in themselves that they are. And Gohan does see the locket that did fall off of him, and it's open, seeing that he had like a family with him, like a mother and a son or a daughter. And Gohan sees it and like seems to be beat up over it, and that's the only time we've seen this in the entire tournament. Goku seemed mad at the Grand Priest for Universe 9, but didn't show any like remorse for it. Or Gohan actually like showed like he realized that like the true stakes of this tournament, and realized that these people aren't really like bad people, they're just trying to protect their universe as well, they're just the same as them. And we see that there are only 13 minutes past, well, actually no, not 13 minutes, about like 15, 18. But the ending song plays, which I still really like, and I've heard a theory from my friend Xander that the way that they'll all be knocked out is like shown in the ending scene, because it shows all the characters, and the first one is Krillin. Now we haven't seen anybody else been knocked out, but it's like Krillin, I think Master Roshi, or no, it's either Krillin or Tien, and then Vegeta. That's the only part that I have a problem with it, because I don't think Vegeta will be knocked out that early. If they do, there must be like some big thing going on. Another thing, everybody's been talking about, and I've seen the picture for it the day before this episode went out. I think it was the day before. It's the preview for Super Saiyan God is returning, and they don't talk about it. Goku doesn't talk about it in the preview at all, but we see it plenty. Pretty much anytime you see Goku in the preview, he's in his Super Saiyan God form. Now, I think they'll try to do it like the manga, saying that he's using that form because of stamina issues, trying to like make sure they can last till the end. That's one of my thoughts on it. Maybe I'll make another video on a theory on it or something. But that's the end for my review. I really like it. I thought the animation was pretty much perfect. There were a few spots again, but it looked really good otherwise. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow me on social media. And yeah, see you guys.